Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another quick pick prediction video. In this video, I'll be predicting the boxing matchup between Savannah Marshalls versus Claressa Shields. And how I see them right here is I'm gonna go high confidence Claressa Shields. The odds were, matter of fact, odds were never, matter of fact, they are super crazy. And they have been super crazy. At no point should Claressa Shields have ever been a dog to Savannah Marshalls. I don't know what the odds are at across the board yet, and I'm not even going to check it. But when I checked it was like 100. She was plus 100. Now I just recently checked, she's plus 110. Not plus 100. She was plus 100. Now she's minus 110. So she went from a slight dog to a slight favorite. When in reality, she probably should be like minus 300. For the betting wise, people, hey, that is what it is. Like, hey, we know she's gonna win. Ain't no competition really, but that value, hey, we gonna take that value. Y'all dumb enough to put it at that low, we gonna take it. That's the kind of thing. But yeah, with Savannah Marshall, what she have over her? Power. But when you really look at her power, really nothing super special. Like especially watching, you can look at the record. You just look at the record on paper. Hey, she got power. We don't know how much power, but she got power. Then you watch the actual fights. Her power really ain't nothing super respectable. Like you gotta respect it, but ain't that scary power. Like it's levels. Ain't that scary power. Like you can't afford to get touched by her. She ain't not no Deontay Wilder. She ain't no Mike Tyson. She ain't no George Foreman. She ain't no anyone that got power. Like she ain't know what's his name. I was trying to think of this other person the right name. What's his name? He was from Guam. I forget the dude's name right now. Something Jackson. I'm forgetting the name. She ain't those dudes. Out of the way, she ain't that dude. She not none of those dudes or gals. She not none of those people. She got some power. She got some size. She got length. But I feel like it's still I feel like she's still the same fighter she was when they fought back when Claressa Shields was like 18, 19, 17, teenager. And what's her name was Savannah Marshall was probably like early 20s, and Claressa Shields was literally probably still in high. Matter of fact, Claressa Shields was still in high school, I think, at that time. I think when she won Olympics, she was still in high school. She was in her high school with her gold medals after winning them. So she was still roughly in high school at that point. So you fought a literal child, and that's your biggest accomplishment in a fight that you really probably shouldn't even lost back then. So when I watch it, like I still see. Matter of fact, at this point, Claressa Shields has since that fight, she has become a double the amateur fight. She has won 2 gold medals, turned pro, and won multiple belts at multiple divisions. With Savannah Marshall been in one division, and I think Claressa Shields is the one who's been egging for this fight, not even Savannah Marshall. So Claressa Shields has been accomplished on stuff, and what has Savannah Marshall been doing? Living off an amateur win that really shouldn't even be a win for her. And so I go to this her like, what I just said, I didn't speak English, but when I really look into Savannah Marshall, like I said, I don't feel like her. I feel like Claressa Shields is the more technical boxer. Like she clearly is a much faster fighter. She's much faster, much more technical fighter. And I seen Savannah Marshall, like her fight's been pretty easy. Also, she hasn't really fought nobody. That's another thing. She has not fought nobody in the pros. I think she fought one person that Claressa Shields beat, and Claressa Shields did take her to a decision. Claressa Shields does take a lot of fighters to decision, even though that one was like 40 when Claressa Shields fought her, and should have put her away in reality. Savannah Marshall did put her away, but Savannah Marshall fought a woman that was already like 40 years old that Claressa Shields beat 4 years ago, and now Savannah Marshall's for her 4 years later. Objective was already 40 and fought her at 44, and it stopped. So as much as that win means nothing, it really meant nothing when Savannah Marshall fought. So really, Savannah Marshall has not fought no way at any note of any caliber in pros. A lot of wins, matter of fact, most of the wins outside of maybe 1 or 2 have got stopped in under 3 rounds and against lesser competition. So it's only going to hurt her in a significant fight when you're going with a fighter like Claressa Shields, who's much faster, much more technical than you. You a big slow lurch with nothing special power, and that's what you're going to really try to lean on. You can't really lean on technique. You're going to maybe try to lean on your size, maybe try to lean on your reach. But Claressa Shields, I still feel like physically she still could body her, still could impose on her like she did in the amateurs. And I've seen a lesser opponents being imposed their will on her. I'm not even gonna look up their names. I just watched the fight probably like last week, but I ain't I don't feel I don't even deserve to be looking like in a big note. But I've seen an opponent much lesser, similar template to way less caliber, but similar template and approach that Claressa Shields did. Her opponent was able to press her, land combinations on her, get in on the side of her, barely any head move, like almost literally no head move, just walk her down, power shots up on her, keep her head on the center line, and that's what it took for her to knock her out, because the chick head was never moving. Like she would go punches, and he just like let her combination in and catch her with a hook, like the opponent's not moving in their head. So Claressa Shields gonna be moving those feet. She's gonna move her head. She's gonna block. She's gonna rip you the body, and she's gonna have the combination's gonna continue longer. She's gonna have defense. She's gonna have feet, legs to actually move, head move, like the legs to move, the head movement. She's not gonna just be in one place stationary doing combination like a bot. She's a 2-time Olympic gold medalist, unlike you, Savannah Marshall. So she knows her technique might not always look textbook, but she is very much a world class, high caliber fighter, and that's what y'all gotta give her that credit for that. But yeah, I don't think Claressa Shields stops her, but I just think she's gonna be able to impose a will on her the same way in the amateurs, and now especially now that Claressa Shields con and pro and con, like she goes to decisions, don't really get to stop it. I think she might be able to get a stop in this one just for the fact that Savannah Marshall hasn't really been pushed, and now she's gonna get a huge step up in competition, and a fight that's gonna really make her work, and really might just be able to get one of those I just wore you down type of stoppages. I don't think Claressa Shields gonna get that big dramatic knockout stoppage. It's probably like I said, just outwork her, just grind her down, opponent that's like big slow lurch, just work on her, grind her down, and then like take her where she hasn't been taken before at this level and drown her. And also amateur, you don't fight the same level of rounds. So you're in the pros now, you fight more rounds. Claressa Shields has been fighting those rounds, been fighting world title rounds, and actually going those distance against better competition. And also, I feel like she has fought fighters like Savannah Marshall in the pros and has beating them pretty dominantly. It hasn't been a case of like she fought a style like that in the pros and like she had issues with. I feel like the fights she had issues with weren't anyone that has a similar template to Savannah Marshall. If anything, she thrived against fighters that look like Savannah Marshall and fight like Savannah Marshall. So yeah, I just think all that stuff is gonna come back to burn on Savannah Marshall. Not fighting good competition. I don't know if that's a knock on her or not, but it just you haven't fought the good competition. You haven't been fighting good competition. That's going to be a knock. Not going rounds, going to be a knock. And not really like not fighting high level opponents, not going rounds. And Claressa Shields going to impose all those on her. And I think I'm gonna say decision. I feel like stoppage very likely. This might be a case where Claressa Shields can really try to make a stamp and really get some more attention of the mainstream eyes by putting on a stamp performance of a fighter that's maybe getting overhyped as far as the opposition just because she has a win over her when she was like 17 or 18 before the gold medals. And Savannah Marshall herself has not literally done nothing really of note since then. Like whatever thing Savannah Marshall has accomplished since then, nobody really cares about. People can lie and act like they care about what she's done, but in reality, Savannah Marshall, nobody literally cares about anything she has accomplished in that time since then. Has won no Olympic medals, probably won some world titles that nobody care about, don't have no relevance in any type of rankings. Whereas Claressa since then won 2 gold medals. You gotta respect, no matter who you are, you gotta respect those. And then multiple world titles across multiple weight class. All those things you gotta respect. Yeah, and yeah, Savannah Marshall just really holding on to Claressa Shields' name in this one. So yeah, I'm gonna say decision. I think Claressa Shields is far more technical, far faster, far more experienced, far more accomplished for the higher level, far more tested, and is going to take Savannah Marshall where she hasn't been before, show her a little bit of what she's seen before, but at higher level, and take her to rounds, and take her to a level, and take her to depth she has not seen before, and won't see again. And probably won't see it through. Matter of fact, I said this. She's gonna see it through, but she ain't gonna be in her favor. She's gonna get outworked and just outskilled, outpaced everything, outsmarted everything. So in this one, I got Claressa Shields via decision.